Morning YouTube. So just sharing a few reflections on where we are with the price here on Bitcoin. So, I mean, you can see it's had another tear up, but I'm interested in this zone here, what's going on. So I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute. I'm just going to talk you through how I'm seeing this and what I'm probably going to be, how I'm going to probably look to be playing this. So when you get sort of support lines that are trending upwards, they often get broken. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces on this now, and I'm thinking that's going to get broken to the downside. But the question is, how far? We do have this sort of shaped, you could almost say that that's a wedge. Now, I don't like the shape of that. It could bounce up and then break lower down, but I don't think it's fully formed. What I think is likely happening is we're probably going to end up having another line that comes down here. And what we'll end up doing is sort of wedging out in this direction. So we'll end up with a sort of price behavior that may come down here. But I just think overall, Bitcoin is exhausting, and there will be a drop. I don't know how long that drop will be or how significant, but that's my view on it. If I go back to that 4 hour just quickly, there's that wedge pattern there, but you can also see that there may also be some sort of like wedge pattern coming across here. So we might have something going on that's that's like that, and it might be just, it might come up and start doing a rising wedge before it drops. So will the drop from this 15-minute or this wedging out period, that could be significant and down to around into the 42,000s again, which is a significant drop, and there's some short money to be made there. Personally, that's what I think. So that's what I'm looking at there. So I've really been enjoying Market Cipher. I was able to make a great trade here. I forgot the name of the indicator. That's the blue and the red and green waves. Money flow. I could see the money flow coming up. There were these triggers on the momentum, trigger waves on the blue waves momentum, and I entered, and I did well. But what I'm not good enough at yet, and what I need to learn, is I exited here because that was sort of the top of the first momentum wave. But you see, the trick is to time and watch the money flow and see it coming up and sort of get out when it's at its apex, really, which takes a little bit of confidence. But what I'm seeing now on the 4 hours, you're seeing, I think money flow is going downwards on the 4 hour, and you're seeing less momentum coming through. So that adds to the narrative of the markets or BTC being in this exhaustive phase. And then just to drop down to the 1 hour, I mean, you can see this again, this money flow seems to be definitely coming down. It seems quite tight. It's not getting up, and you're seeing this, the momentum not coming through. Now, I guess, how long is it going to be till we start to see significant momentum to the downside? And that'll be the beginning of things. Anyway, let's see how we go. Those are my thoughts on where we are with BTC. And just one last supplementary note here. So it may not come down, and this is what I need to learn about Market Cipher. Look at the money flow here on the 4 hour historically. Yes, it did come down, but it was still diverging and growing, and then it had peaks and troughs. And this is what I need to get used to. When you're, as the originator CryptoFace would describe as thick in the green, is this a time to be shorting or coming out of the market at all? do you need to be waiting for the longer term time frames like the 4 hour to be coming down to this zero line? So we're going to watch, we're going to wait and see. It's all a learning experience. I'm very much enjoying this. See you all.